होगा।
Yeah. And we are hopefully live streaming.
So are the team numbers
we are
according
live
to the order in which the result was given?
Yes, as in the WhatsApp message, same to that.
Okay.
Yeah, please
Both
refer
of
to
you
the
rename
WhatsApp
yourselves.
message.
Right. So my laptop will be for presenting, my mobile will be for pounds, and pounds देखने के बाद we can of course go ahead. And scorers ready है? क्या नाम है भार्गव?
Yeah, we are ready.
Okay, cool. Everybody, yeah, please. I don't think everybody has changed their name. Every finalist, I can see about 10 only out of 16. टीम 7 सिर्फ जिन्होंने लिखा है वो टीम 7 के बाद अपना नाम भी लिख सकते हो एक्चुअली. That would be better because name भी रहे. Okay, I'll start now because the first is a written round. I'll start sharing my screen. We'll begin the quiz. जो शेयर स्ट्रीमिंग वाला है वो तुम व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे शेयर कर दो ना.
हाँ, we are doing that.
या और आई थिंक वेटिंग रूम में भी लोग हैं वो भी देख लेना.
Yeah.
Cool. Screen is visible, right?
I believe all the teams are here now. Yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah, even if we have one representative, I think we have to start by because it's 5 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start the quiz. Firstly, congratulations everybody to making it to the finals. We have, so these are again the same acknowledgements as before. So thank you to my friends and Major. I don't know if Major is my friend. Yeah, so rules are 4 rounds. First is a shortest 6-question round, as in it's 6 but very small. The third is again a 6-question round. Second and fourth are 11 questions, right? Again, I don't know if somebody is watching it on YouTube. Try and enter this before this quiz ends. I think the prelims will be done by. So go and register for this. Starts in about 1.5 hours. Registration closes in an hour, right? Okay. So it's a written round. I'll tell you how to answer, right? So this is very simple. It's on software bugs. All except one of them is a wordplay, right? I'll tell you which one is not a wordplay, and all but that same question has the word bug in it, right? So these are all software bugs. 5 points for each answer, 6 questions, and 30 points in all. So make a list of your answer and send it on the pounds only chat, right? When you are done with it. If we are good to go, we'll start with the finals. The first question is, so this is a software bug that changes or alters its behavior when it's being observed or under isolation. So it can refer to any software bug with unusual behavior, particularly when its operation appears to disappear or change when it is being studied or worked on by a software program or debugger application. So what is the funny name for this bug? This has the word bug in it in the answer. So look at the concept that is being talked about.
How are we supposed to answer this?
As I said, collect all your answers at one place, and when the round ends, send it to me on the pounds only chat.
Okay.
Right? This was question 1. Question 2 is a catastrophic bug that destroys data and also may shut down systems or cause other major problems with an IT system. It is a general IT slang word for a major bug that does more than just create a nuisance or an annoyance for users. Taking its name from a 1937 incident, what is the bug called? 1937. Look at the things that are happening. Right, we'll move to question 3. So a dash is a complex type of bug or glitch in a software product that is difficult to fix because of its complexity and unpredictability. The common idea is that bugs are resistant to fixes because of their chaotic or non-deterministic properties. Named after a mathematician who built a career at IBM, what is it called? Again, this has the word bug in it in the answer. All three of the questions as of now are all one-worded answers. Read and read between the lines and then add the word bug somewhere. Right, moving on to question 4. Just a sec, yeah. So this is the only one which does not have a word play and does not have the word bug in it, right? So what is this called? A bug that when attempted to fix, when an attempt to fix it is made, introduces two new bugs. It's a bug that cannot be fixed. So what is it called? Again, one word answer, but there is no word play. It's just simply the reference. For example, if you think this is Chaplin, the answer is Chaplin. It's not Buglin or anything like that, right? Directly that answer. Right, moving on to question 5. A dash is a bug that manifests only after someone reading the source code or using the program in an unusual way notices that it never should have worked in the first place, at which point the program promptly stops working for everybody until fixed. Again, what pun fills in the blank? And the last question. So these are two blanks divided by a hyphen. Is a hypothetical bug predicted to exist based on small number of possibly related event log entries and vague anecdotal reports from users, but it is difficult, if not impossible, to reproduce on a test environment because you don't really know if it's there, and if it's there, what is causing it. So what fills in the blank? Again, there is the word bug in this. Right, we'll do a very, very quick run through. The first one was this, if you just want to look at it. Second is,
Hey, Abhinav,
yeah.
on the last question, you said there is a pun.
Yes, there is. In the sixth question, there is a pun there.
And it is similar to the other puns.
You're not a neuter.
Pardon? So every question other than question 4 has the word bug in it and is a word play, right? Basically. So question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, question 6, and yes, please, answers in the next 15 seconds.
Just one clarification.
Yeah, please.
In the fourth question, you said that there is no bug, as in no
Yes,
tag.
if it's Chaplin, it's Chaplin. It's not Buglin. I have received team 3, team 7 also. Just a sec. Yeah. Team 8 I've received. Guys, time is up here. Come on. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2 both have sent. I've received only 6 answers of now. 4 is given. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6 are remaining, guys. I mean, enough time has been given. Okay. Sujit, you are in which team? Okay, 5 and 6 have not given me the answer as of now. I don't know what is happening with them. Do you want to submit? Okay, Sujit is
Yeah,
team
we
5.
team
Guys, please
five.
rename yourself as team X and then your name so that I know that you are in a certain team. Team 6 has not yet given the answer. I don't know. I will not be accepting their answer anymore, right? 5 has sent an answer, but 6 has not. So I'll be moving on to the answers. Right. So it's called Heisenberg, firstly, then Hindenburg, Mandelberg from Mandelbrot, Hydra, because of course, Schrödinger, and Higgs boson, right? Cool. Okay. Scorers, please note. Team 7 has 5 points. Somebody has to speak to me, but I wouldn't know that if you have taken the answers, right?
Yeah. Team
Yeah.
7 has 5 points.
Yeah. Team 3 has 15 points.
Yeah.
Team 8 has 5 points.
Team 8 has 5 points. Okay.
Team 1 has 25.
Okay.
Team 2 has 20.
Okay.
Team 4 has 0.
Okay.
Team 5 and 6 also have 0.
All right. Got
Right?
it.
Sabka ho gaya na?
Yep.
Okay. We'll start with the dries now. Right? 11 question. Just note that plus 10 minus 5 when pouncing. You know how to pounce. Pounce on the pounce only chat. The first team, it's a direct to team 1. I'm not always sure of the team. Who is the team members basically? I'll just say team XYZ, right? So this is team 1. This is your direct. Okay. So in the early 2000s, a team of forensic investigators from Princeton decided to conduct a digital autopsy using specialist software to create a 3D reconstruction of the corpse. They took help from the original autopsy and a team of historians, criminal profilers, and pathologists, with the lead researcher using their experience of mob violence to help the study. Numerous settings were looked at, and the study even concluded that it is highly improbable that more than 5 or 10 individuals were directly involved in the actual act, while the remaining formed a huddle to prevent any intervention. So, who was being looked at? Or basically, whose corpse? So, this was not planned, but Jyotesh's team has got a question which has Princeton word in it somehow. Team 3 has pounced. Team 8 has written pouncing. So once I close pounce, I will not even see the word pouncing. If you have not written the answer, then you don't get the points. So 2, 3, and 8 have pounced. And I'll close pounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounce is closed. Team 1, you're direct.
Yeah, so we'll say Benito Mussolini.
Benito Mussolini. Okay, Benito Mussolini. 2 and 3 have pounced. Team 4.
I'll pass.
Okay, team 4 has passed. Team 5.
We'll also pass.
Team 6.
Pass.
Okay, team 7.
Pass.
Okay, so that seems to be the most famous or popular answer here. Passing. Guys, don't pass. Just take a guess because it's just a name that you have to say, right? It might just come out to be right. So this is actually Julius Caesar. So they were trying to reconstruct his death, right? So it is said that his post-mortem was apparently the earliest documented post-mortem, and only about 5 or 10 people stabbed him, and the others, so out of the, I think 36 or something, the others were only standing by for the senators to not come in and save him. Plus 10 scorers to 2, 3, and 8. All three of them pounced and got it right. 2, 3, and 8. Got that? Scorer, please. I have to actually know scorers की वरना बाद में वो होगा. Somebody has to say कि हाँ.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 8 get a +10.
Plus 10.
No points for anyone else.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Next direct is again a direct to team 1, right? So in the present day Bengal region, approximately during the time when Gautam Buddha was basically doing his teachings, someone was making use of tools such as this. So the specific rod was to be created either with gold, iron, or copper, and was measured to be created 8 fingers in length. So that long it is. With the middle part having strings of thread and a circumference of a thumb's upper section and the edge forming the shape of a bud. I'll show you the image as of now. So these are 2 images from basically talking about the things, as in the thing on the image on the left, the red, the thing inside the red box is what we are talking about. So that is 8 fingers in length and it is curving in the middle part. And there is a string at the end of it. And on the right is a similar image from another research paper. So this curved needle-like tool was used to push something out of its delicate position. And according to the utilizer, due to the risk involved with the procedure, they used to do this only when necessary, right? So for what specific purpose was this tool used and by whom? So it's not a 2-part question. It's a one answer that I'm looking at. But your answer must contain the fact that who is using and for what purpose, right? I'll show the image once. So this is how it looks. Okay. Yeah, Bhargav is asking कि अगली बार से audience वो बनना चाह रहा है. Sure. I think थोड़ा paucity of time है. Right. Okay. I don't see any pounces as of now. I will close pounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 1, you want to take a gander?
Yeah, so we'll say that this was Shushruth, and he was using this for, doing delivery of babies.
Okay.
I think, so specifically, I think he could be using that tool while doing cesarean section when the normal delivery was not possible. So using that tools to C-section.
Okay. Moving on to team number 2.
Yeah, so chimping off of team 2, we'll say this is for like
Wait.
delivery.
Team 2 hasn't chimped, hasn't spoken as of now.
Oh,
team
my
2 is
bad.
direct. Yeah, please, yeah. Team 2, Sashwata and Piyush.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll stick with the delivery angle. We'll say it was Charak who did it.
Okay, Charaka and delivery angle. Team 3. Team 3, Adish, now you're not speaking.
Yeah, our guess was taken. Anyway, we'll pass.
Oh, no. Okay, team 4.
I'll pass as well.
Okay, team 5. Guys, please be quick on the when it's bouncing to you because we don't have.
Pass. Sorry.
Yeah, team 6.
It was used by Shushruth for removing tumors.
Okay, team 6, right? 5 was there. 6.
6 was the one that answered.
You're 6. Team 7. Guys, please have an answer ready, right? Team 7. Is team 7 left or what? Okay, I'll move on from team 7. Team 8.
It was used by Shushruth to perform autopsies.
Okay, so there is some consensus about Sushruth. This is actually Sushruth, but this was to remove cataract, right? So if you're saying Sushruth, I thought the first thought would be cataract, especially because of the size of the tool there. You can read all of this when we share the quiz. I don't know. I'll not give any part points on this because I said it's a 1-part question. But team 1 won't get another direct. The next is a direct to team 2, right? Question number 3.
No points on this one.
Yeah, nobody gets any points.
Team 1 got no points in the first one.
No, because I wanted both parts. It was like,
Right.
yeah. Okay, moving on to the next question, direct to team 2. So Duke Nukem 3D is the third installment in the series, video game series published in 3D Realms, one of the forerunners of modern FPS games. So the game features the exploits of the titular character who fights an alien invasion on Earth using a range of weapons and moves. Among the enemies in the game, police officers from a certain region in the US have turned into pig cops, with the acronym of the force being changed by one letter to something, right? So that is the actual length of the blank, indicative of the length. So what was the changed name? I will just point you out to the exact things. Look at the fact these are pig cops. They are from a certain region, and the acronym of the force is changed by one letter to form this first answer, right? An Easter egg in the game, when Duke Nukem enters the power plant stage, he comes across this familiar looking office. So look at this carefully. What is this office referencing? What other popular office is this, basically this screenshot referring for the second part of the answer? Right, I'll go back to the text.
I had a query.
Yeah, please.
If we pounce, we have to pounce a both, right? We can't pounce a
yes,
one
for
part.
every question which has multiple parts, whenever you pounce, you have to pounce for both parts. There is no part pouncing.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll get -5. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Right. I'll close pounce now. I have not. Okay, I've received couple of pounces. Right. Sure. I've received team 1 and team 4's pounce, and this was a direct to team 2. Yeah, team 2. Team 2. What is this theatrical pause that you guys are taking? Guys, I'll have to pass you. Team 2. Final call.
We'll say NYPD became NYPG.
Okay.
And Piyush, second part?
Go ahead and say. अरे कुछ भी बोल दो मतलब Dr. Strangelove भी बोल दो.
Strangelove. Dr. Strangelove.
Okay, moving on to question team 3.
So for the first part, we'll say that LAPD got changed to LARD. They changed the P to R, so lard is like animal fat. And like for the second one, we'll say this is Homer Simpson's workstation from The Simpsons.
Will get you the +10. So team 3 gets +10. Lard from LAPD, because it's a pig cop. And of course, this is the Homer Simpson's office. +10 to team 3 on the bounce scorers.
Yeah. And on the pounce?
Team 1 gets +10 on the pounce, but sadly a -5 to team 4, who had the second part right, but couldn't quite get the first part.
I'll reiterate the scores. +10 to teams 1 and
1
4.
and 3 get +10.
And -5
4
to team
gets
4.
-5.
Yeah.
Take. Okay, the next question is a direct to team 4. Right. Question 4 to team 4. The use of this kind of design in military explosive dates back to the 14th century in a Ming Dynasty text, which, after talking about the composition of the explosive, directs the reader to fill the covering with iron pellets and bits of broken porcelain and then fill with gunpowder core. The earliest modern example comes from the First World War, when a cast iron pineapple design based explosive was adopted by the British, basically British Army, to deal more damage than the conventional design. So what design choice in what military items? Basically, I'm looking X in Y type of answer, but it's not like, again, this is like Sushrut, there is no part points again here. This is like ek answer hai. Look at the image. That is a good direction for you to take the kind of military item that you're looking for. And look at the fact that it says pineapple design. That is a good clue there for you to figure out. And of course, this design was adopted to deal more damage than a conventional one. As in, had this design not been there, in comparison to that, this design does more damage.
Can I ask something once more?
Please, sure.
So the design choice and the military item, are these both like one-word answers, or is the design choice like an explanation?
No. Both are, as in, you can give an explanation for the design choice, but it has a one word, is all I'm saying. For the military item, you would know it by as a one word only. Ishan, could you better your answer, as in, okay, team 2, I've received your pounds. Team 6, if you could, wow. Just a second, right? Team 6, could you just improve your answer somehow? Because the second word you have written is not quite connected to what the question is asking. So I'm looking for something more. Team 1, I'll just read your essay that you have written here. Okay, got your answer. Team 6, I'm giving you 10 seconds to better your answer, and we will close pounds also after that. Team 8 has also pounced. Okay. Team 6, final answer. Okay, taken. Right, so this was a direct to team 4. Team 4, please.
Yeah, so the weapon, the military item must be a grenade, and the design choice must be the sort of like the grooves outside the grenades, which helps in gripping the weapon better, and therefore you can throw it to larger distances and so on.
Absolutely. So these are the fragmentations in grenades. So this is how they originate. So the when these burst, these go into different directions, and these are actually the more, as in, these are more responsible for killing soldiers, because these fragments are basically like mini bullets which go and hit these hit the enemy and things like that. Okay, now I will give you points. Team 4, of course, gets plus 10 on bounce, on the direct, basically. Yeah. Okay, team 6 gets a -5. Team 2 also gets a -5.
Yeah.
Team 8 also gets a -5. Team 1 explained it very well and gets plus 10. Right, nobody else pounced. And the next question is a direct to team 5. Question 5 again. Just a sec. Okay, so while this age-old idiom has survived the test of time with its usage, science has been quick to debunk its premise of causation correlation with a concept known as pyrolysis. So basically, what the word causation correlation means is that the meaning of this idiom is related to causation correlation, right? So pyrolysis refers to the breakdown of organic material at elevated temperatures in the absence of catalysts. Scientists are quick to point out that the absence of a necessary catalyst in instances of pyrolysis proves this idiom wrong, while others show more recent electrical introductions as a proof of the end result being achieved without the aforementioned starting point, right? So there are two things in this idiom: the end result and a starting point. Pyrolysis is debunking the idiom which has been going on for so long, and the idiom itself is about causation and correlation. So pyrolysis is, of course, a very big hint towards the direction you can take towards the answer. Try to think of what is being talked about and give me an idiom as the final answer. Team 3 has bounced. Team 2 has also pounced. Right, this is a direct to team 5 and close pounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 1 has also pounced. I've accepted your pounce. So 1, 2, and 3 have pounced direct to team 5.
Yeah, so we're guessing that it's the idiom of whether the egg came first or the hen.
Okay, no, not quite. Team 6.
The only legitimate answer we have is correlation does not imply causation.
I wouldn't have given that in the question then. Team 7, right? Team 7. Team 7, I don't know if it's there. Is Team 7 there? Bhargav, could you check if they're even in the Zoom call?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're there. I believe they
May have left.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can skip team 7 for every question, right? Okay, team 8.
Yep.
Is it something along the lines of that which burns brightest burns fastest?
Okay, good guess. No. Team 4. 1, 2, 3 have pounced. Team 4.
I'll pass. I have no idea.
Okay, so all the 3 teams got it right. Bhargav, do you want to take a guess here?
Not quite. I don't have one.
Okay, I'll not go for the audience because it will take too much time. So 1, 2, 3 get it right. So there is no smoke without fire, which is not absolutely true. So for example, in food related substances, there is smoke without a fire, right? So that is what pyrolysis kind of debunks, right? 1, 2, 3 get plus 10 and nothing to anybody else. Got that, Bhargav?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Team 5, it's your second direct. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So on the right is a poem, right? And on the left is a description, right? So in a poem or poem, Sukumar Ray writes about something an uncle of the main character had created. So basically inside a fictional universe, the main character's uncle had created something which was later translated from Bengali by Satyajit Ray. This is not the actual translation. This is because otherwise it would have been easily Googleable. This is something that I translated myself. So I'll read the poem in a sec. So Sukumar Ray I'll read the poem first. Okay, so that uncle said his intellect will make a 5-hour walk go in 1.5 hours. I am absolutely superior with this contraption on my neck. In front of him hangs food as per his interest. Manda mithai, chopped cutlet, khaja or luchi. The heart says khabo khabo. Khabo khabo means eat, eat. The mouth moves and eats. The food is put in the mouth in small sizes. In this way, greed pulls him, excitement takes him forward, and move forward 10, 12 yojana. Yojana is a distance without feeling tired. So Sukumar Ray had accompanying illustrations with this poem describing what kind of a technology named for an American cartoonist. Annual contests are held to create the best of this kind, where a task cannot last more than 2 minutes, with the 2020 prize going to something called turn off a light, right? So all of that is the different. So look at what the poem, at least the second part of the poem is, second half of the poem is more important than, so the first part is just setting a context. The second part is where he's trying to explain something. And look at the second bullet point in the second on the left side and try to give me the technology that his uncle kind of created for himself. Right, slightly longish question. Okay, I will close pounds here. Team 5's direct. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 and 2 have pounced, right? Okay. Team 5, you're direct.
Yeah, we're passing.
Okay, please don't, guys. Yeah, take a guess. It's as in no problem. Have a guess ready, no problem. Okay, team 6.
We'll pass to.
Okay, team 8.
Okay, so my guess, although I don't know if the timeline matches, is that the technology is named after Robert Crumb, the American cartoonist, and it's called it's a technology that sort of accelerates the whatever project is being done.
Okay, good guess, but not quite because, okay, team 3.
Yeah, so we'll say that since there's like a very complicated machinery to do simple tasks, we'll say this is a Rube Goldberg machine.
That is the correct answer. Just a sec, it's not moving. Yeah, this is a Rube Goldberg machine. Most of you would have seen internet videos, and even before that. So on the left, you see illustration by Sukumar Ray. So this was part of Abul Tabul. This is called Khuror Khor. So something that his uncle had made. So team 1, 2, and 3 get +10 on this. Bhargav.
Got it. Any other points?
No. And the next would be a direct to team 6. Team 5 got, no, team 4, because team 3 answered on the bounce. Team 4, you're direct. Question number 7. So in a smarter everyday video, a YouTube channel, Destin Sandlin, so basically he's the creator and the main guy, goes to a facility where he gets to see some objects of interest. So the lady you see in the video is one of the only people who is authorized to handle said items, and they have to wear such suits to reach the final laboratory after a series of safety measures and pressurized chambers, right? All of these items are indexed and stored in a nitrogen-filled cabinet. Each of these items also has besides it a dice-shaped item which helps maintain consistency of the objects given their rarity. So what objects are stored and tested like this, and what purpose do the dice-like objects serve here? So on the right is something that that basically the dice, that is, look at the 3 letters there and try to make sense of what the other 6 letters could, other 3 letters on the other 3 sides could be. Try to make sense of that, and I'll play the video. I hope the audio would be good enough.
We use, and we cannot touch the sample with these gloves if they're unbagged. But the samples that I'm going to show you are actually bagged. And later on, I'm going to let you go into a cabinet as well, but there won't be any samples in that cabinet.
Gotcha.
Was the audio, was it audible basically?
Yeah, it was. Was audible. I believe someone from the team
can you
clarify.
play it again?
Yeah, I can do that. Sure, no problem. We'll read the question once, then I can play it again so that you have more context. So the cabinet like thing where she put her hand in through the gloves, right? So that is nitrogen filled. The dice shaped items are normally when they're stored in a way. So the cabinet that you saw was for testing and things like that. So when they are stored with such die, right, which serve a certain purpose, right? Look at the fact that there are multiple suits, multiple safety measures, because these are obviously objects of very important objects, right? Basically, I'll play the video again, Sashwat.
We use, and we cannot touch the sample with these gloves if they're unbagged. But the samples that I'm going to show you are actually bagged. And later on, I'm going to let you go into a cabinet as well, but there won't be any samples in that cabinet.
Gotcha.
Right. So on the right is obviously the die-like thing. Try to think on this question. Right. I haven't seen any pounces yet. So I will close pounce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a direct to team 4.
So I'll say these are samples for like food samples for testing. Yeah, I don't know. The purpose that the dice serves is maybe absorbing the moisture content so that the the testing, like the sample
Got your guess.
remains fresh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Team 5. Oops, don't do that. Team 5.
Yeah, we'll pass.
Okay, team 5 is passing. Team 6.
It stores objects that react with water or humidity. So that's its main motto.
Okay. And for the first part?
Yes,
You were talking about the dice, right?
No, I was talking about the objects.
Okay,
The objects
so for
that
the
are.
second part?
I have no idea.
Okay. Team 8. Hello, Team 8. I will have to pass.
Hello.
Yeah,
Sorry, my internet was losing connection.
No worries. Please take a guess.
So our guess is that these are extraterrestrial objects like meteorites from outer space, and the
Okay.
purpose of the dice is to sort of indicate which perhaps planets or which sectors of space they come from.
Okay. Team 1, passing to you.
Right. So I think, similar lines, what we'll say is that, the objects which are stored are like moon rocks. And I think the purpose that these dice serve are, they are used to categorize from, let's say, which Apollo mission these lunar means dust or moon rocks were brought in. So
okay.
So you have, so 6 missions which have gone, and
Right.
so 1 to 6 will give you.
Okay, moving on to team 2.
We'll stick with moon rocks, and we'll say the dice are basically they show you the directions like south, east, top, so that
direction where it was picked.
so that things are aligned, and you know the directions basically.
अरे आप तो बोल दो.
हाँ बोल दिया उसको, बोल ही रहा हूँ मैं.
Yeah, that will get you the 10 points. So these are moon rocks, and these are basically called orientation cubes, which are placed along each side to indicate the orientation in the moon because of the cosmic rays and solar flares which may have affected those surfaces, right? Those specific surfaces. So they place these along with those so that whenever there is testing or whenever there is storing, you know exactly what is happening. Plus 10 to team 2 for that very good answer. Vargav?
Yep.
And plus 5 to team 1 for getting moon rocks first.
All right.
Right. And the next question is a direct to team 3. Okay, so looking at these places of historical and anthropological significance, it is clear that there are recurring color themes used irrespective of the geographies that they are found in. Basically found in a multitude of geography. The primary color used can be attributed to the fact that iron oxide is one of the most abundant minerals found on Earth and was widely available across the planet. The color of the outlines could be explained by the fact that at this point in human history, charcoal had become standard due to long human exposure to fire. Another reason for the use of the primary colors beyond the abundance of its source was that it was seen as the color of life spirit of the entity being depicted. What common color scheme is being talked about? Yeah, just a sec. I'll check the pounces. I have received pounds from Okay. Ishan, again, very vague answer. You have just written one word. I'm looking for more than that. Okay, team 4, team 2 have pounced, so has Bhargav. Right, this is direct to team 3, by the way. Team 6, I'm expecting a better answer, as in to better your answer.
You want a better answer from us?
No, team 2 is okay. Team 2 is okay. Team 6, I'm saying. Team 6, guys, please hurry up. Okay, I don't think you guys are giving an answer, right? Team 6. Okay, I'll start with the directs. Pounds closed. Okay, team. No. Team 1, I had already closed pounds because I was just looking for them to better their answer. I'm not accepting your pounds. You can take it on the direct if you want. Team 3, your direct.
Yeah, so we'll say that this is why cave paintings by prehistoric man have that like reddish hue to it and like the black outlines and all.
Absolutely, that is the correct answer. So this is why cave paintings are red and black, right? Team 1, even though you had the right answer, I can't give it to you because you were late. Team 2 and team 4 get it right. Bhargav?
Yeah, team 2 and team 4.
Team 6 gets a -5 though.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Right? So 2, 3, 4 got +10 and 6 got -5. Moving on to the next question, which is a direct to team 4. So for seeds to germinate in a desert is a daunting task, especially if there is a crust, basically the soil crust and things like that. So this crust impedes seed germination in a couple of ways. One, by exposing the stranded seeds to the harsh environment, which may not be able to grow. And two, by acting as a hurdle for water to get to the buried seeds and for seedlings to sprout. So in the rain-starved deserts of coastal Peru, you would find these small patches of richer than usual plant life. These patches were found to hold more than 1,000 seeds per square meter, which may give these terrain a great chance at biodiversity. And the team which was researching this also observed that 5 species show up solely, as in 5 plant species, so show up solely in these areas. I've spun a tongue twister for myself. So rather surprisingly, what is the source of such germination? This study being the first to record such ecosystem engineering. So on the left, you see where the area of study is, right? On the right, you see the patches that are being talked about, right? If you look carefully, probably you can make some things out inside the patches.
Do you want a very specific thing in the answer, like
Yes,
a proper noun or something?
It's not a proper noun. It's a common noun that I'm looking for. Okay, I'll just clarify for everybody, just to give an additional hint. So whatever is responsible for this germination and all of this process, basically they zeroed it down to 3 different distinct things, right? 3 distinct things, but they are under a same umbrella, and the umbrella answer is what I'm looking at. For example, if Teen Marx Brothers are doing something here, so I want Marx Brothers, right?
Whose direct is it? Can you please clarify?
Sorry?
Whose direct is it?
Oh, this was a direct to 4, team 4.
Team 1 is bouncing then, sir. Just wait for the answer.
Sure. Okay, I will also close pounds. Okay, slightly I'll let you think on this actually. Okay, I'll close pounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 1, I'm still waiting for your answer. After that only I'll start. Team 1, I said. Yeah, team 1, waiting for your pounds.
So if you see the answer, tell us if you want something more.
Yeah, Jyotish, I want something more. I'm looking for something even as in a qualifier noun, if you may, to that. Okay, got your answer. Team 1, team 6 and team 2 have pounds. Team 4, you're direct, please.
I'll pass.
Okay, team 4 has passed. Team 5.
Is it because of some ant hills? Like the patch is because of the ants that are present there.
Not quite. Team 6 has pounds. Team 8.
Is it something to do with animal waste?
Okay, but what about that?
So maybe the acidity in the animal waste breaks down like the crust of the desert soil, making it easier for seed germination.
Okay, no, not quite. So team 1 and team 6 got the correct answer. So these are actually burying birds. So these are possibly the one of the only examples in the desert of birds doing basically helping in the germination and the helping the biodiversity in that way. And 3 specific bird species are basically, they found out that these are responsible for these mounds. Plus 10 to team 1 and 6.
Yeah, got it. And
team 2 sadly
minus
gets a
5.
-5.
Yeah. Yeah, got it. Abhinav.
Right. We'll move on to the next question, which is a direct to team 4 again, right? 4th, Hana, last time. Okay, 4 again. Yeah, 4. Okay. In December last year, a team of scientists from the PRL in Ahmedabad and IIT Bombay published a series, research in the journal Nature. With the research focused on the plains of northwestern India, they went about trying to prove a property a certain something had, right? Very vague, but for a reason. For this, they studied the temporal changes of sediment in a 300-kilometer stretch using argon dating. And by the determination of the depositional ages of coarse sand layers 3 to 10 meters below the modern alluvium, they were able to prove that the said something indeed had those properties during 2 specific periods, which was 80 to 20,000 years ago, and again between 9 to 4.2 thousand years ago. The fact that these were a large number, there were a large number of settlements which declined with time was an additional proof for the second time period, which is 9 to 4,000 years ago. So what did they find as they call unequivocal evidence to? So they said that they have found unequivocal evidence to the property of something. Look at the fact that it is focused on northwestern India. And look at the fact that they are saying sediments and things like that.
Again, can you clarify whose direct is it after the end of every question you read out?
4. I had. Before I start the question, I clarify.
Okay, I'm sorry. Didn't miss that.
No. Team 4. Team 6, I'm looking for a specific answer. As I said, I'm looking for a property as well. Team 5, again, I'm looking for one specific word. Both of you won't get a negative, but I'm looking for one specific, because this proved something, the property of that item, whatever I'm talking about. One and 6 awaiting your improved answers. And I will close pounds for everybody else. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounds close, but don't say anything. Team 4 now. Team 1 and 6, please improve your answers. I'm looking for one word in your answer or a explanation. Okay, 6 I've received. Team 1, please.
Sorry, team 1, you need team 1 to improve? I thought you said 5.
No. Team 1 and team 6. I want to do better. So basically add one word to that, to the answer that you have given me. I'll also tell you why you are not absolutely correct as of now. It's slightly wrong, and I want you to better this answer. 5 more seconds for you, team 1. I'll have to move on, guys. Team 1, please.
Yeah, just sending.
Okay. Okay, team 4, you're direct.
So I'm going to guess that this is the, like, they found the proof that there was a river. I'm guessing this is something related to the river Saraswati being there, and then like sort of coinciding with the times that there were settlers in those regions and not.
Okay. Could you improve your answer?
Like, I'll say that there, like, the appearance and the disappearance of the river is coincidental with the time of there being settlers in that specific region and not sort of.
Okay, moving on to team 5.
Yeah, so we'll also expand upon that. I think this is the flourishing of the Harappan civilization. So because this proved that the reason why Harappan civilization flourished there was because of the existence of the river, and then it disappeared, and that coincides with the disappearing of the river as well.
Which river?
Saraswati River.
Okay, moving to team 6. Team 8.
We think that this is the Yamuna River that was being looked upon, and the evidence was that there were mineral deposits there that the river brought along with it.
Okay, moving to team 2. Team 2.
Yeah, we'll say that the Indus got diverted, and which is why the Rajasthan area is dry today.
Okay, team 3 hasn't pounced. Team 3.
So we'll say we'll say that the property is of the Indus River, and like that was they figured out that was the reason behind the actual decline of the Indus Valley civilization, because the river kept drying up periodically.
Okay, so this was a direct to team 4, right? I mean, team 1 and team 6 almost had the answer. So this was actually perenniality of the river Saraswati. Basically, they became, as in minus those time periods, they became rain-fed rivers. But during those time periods, they became, as in they were permanent rivers. You can read all of this later. And I wanted that, the perenniality or the permanence of river Saraswati, or Ghagar as it is called today. So that is what they found out. I will not give a negative, and of course no points to anybody because I was looking for the property. I know, slightly anal, but what to do? Online quizzes, pardon me.
Abhinav,
Yeah.
do you get part points for diversion of?
Not really, not really.
So no points to anyone.
No points to anybody.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, strict हो गया ज़्यादा, but कोई नहीं. And last question in the clockwise round is I think team 4 के 2 direct हो गए, team 5 you're direct. So established during the Syrian civil war, this refugee camp in Jordan is now one of the world's largest camp for Syrian refugees. Due to its location, the region receives very little rainfall, less than 20 centimeter per year, which makes it difficult for the camp inhabitants to sustain themselves, and they have to depend on humanitarian aid instead. During a 2016 visit by a group of scientists to discuss recycling of items, they found that the camp had an abundance of a certain item that could be used to make the refugees self-sufficient. So the material that forms this item is known for its use as artificial soil in experiments and is known to use 90% less water due to its properties of retaining water. So what items that were being recycled, very commonplace in such refugee camps, to have some kind of growth or some kind of self-sustainment going on. Bhargav, please have the scores ready. Huh? We'll have a look at the scores after this.
Yeah, sure.
After this question. Right. I'll close pounds now. Team 5. Okay. Pounds closing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody has pounced. Team 5, you're direct. Team 5, Team 5.
Yeah, so just taking a guess, is it plastic? Because refugee camps will have abundance of plastic, so just a guess.
Retain water, not quite. Team 6.
Wheel pass.
Okay. Team 8.
Is it sponge?
Okay. Sponge. Team 1. Team 1, and you guys are on mute.
So recycled polymer foam, you know, the kind that you put in furniture and cushions and all.
Okay. Team 2.
We'll say these are jerseys.
As in t-shirt type jerseys, that way? Okay. Okay. Team 3.
We'll say tea bags.
Okay. Team 4.
I'll pass.
This is a direct to team 5. Team 1 got very close. I don't know why they said that specifically. I will give them 5 points though, because they were closest to the answer. So these are actually mattresses, because they sleep on these mattresses. In refugee camps, it's very hard to find the things that you were talking about. And of course, these retain water.
I thought like they were shipping it in as discards and like reusing kind of thing.
Not quite, but I'll give you 5 points because you got the idea right. Just the, as in you cracked it. 5 points to team 1, Bhargav. That is all, and that brings us to the end of the dries. Let's take a overall look at the scores, please. If you want to take a 2-minute break, please go ahead. You just Bhargav, please put the chat में डाल देना score. Just take a couple of minutes break. Go to the loo and things like that.
Sure. Or I'll read out the scores and put it in the chat as well.
Yeah, do both.
So team 1 is at 85. Team 2 is at 60. Team 3 is at 65. Team 4 is at 15. Team 5 at 0. Team 6 at again 0. Team 7 at 5 and team 8 at 10 points.
Cool.
So let me know if there are any discrepancies. I'll put these in the chat as well.
थोड़ा टफ हो गया क्विज। ओ YouTube पे है क्या? ये सब नहीं बातें बोल सकते। कौन सी बातें यूट्यूब पे नहीं बोल सकते कि क्विज ज्यादा टफ हो गया क्या? क्विज मास्टर खुद ही अगर बोलेगा तो क्विज टफ हो गया तो फिर कैसे होगा?
Then people acknowledge you to be a quiz master who is cognizant.
No, actually, most of the questions I've made may be slightly framing वैसी है कि गूगलेबल ना रहे प्रीलिम्स में भी फाइनल्स में भी, just to attempt. उसके लिए extra effort जरूर था, but hopefully good teams will win. Adesh is giving me a thumbs up. That is all I needed. Cancel the fees, quiz money fees, quiz master fees.
Sure.
ये तो खुशी है और प्राइज मनी बढ़ाएगा नहीं, खा देगा, पार्टी देगा.
ठीक है, you are invited अभिनव.
मेरी पार्टी में मुझे इनवाइट करोगे क्या?
हाँ.
चलो, we'll start, huh, guys. The next is a written round, which is slightly ironic because there are no women in this quiz. We are looking at women in innovation, science, innovation, science and technology, all of that. 6 questions, again, like the first round. I hope everybody is back. Bhargav, could you just check? Anyway, if one of the teammates are here, we can go ahead with that. I think Piyush must have left by now. Shashwat?
Yeah, most of the teammates seem to be here.
He's
Most
here,
of
he's
the
here.
teams.
For like 5-10 minutes.
Oh,
Jaldi karo.
test is needed. Okay. Okay, we'll look at this round very fast. Let's begin. Scores are on the chat. एक बार just check कर लो before we go forward so that discrepancy ना रहे. Good fight going for the first, second, third place. Right. Okay. So these are women in innovation. Again, put the pounds, one single message and send it to me on pounds, on the pounds only chat. Okay. So the first question is, a French national who soon after marriage became interested in natural history. She traveled around the Isle of Sicily and documented the animals and plants, but became enthralled with shells in particular. To aid her research, so she was researching into shells and animals which have shells, she created something in the 1830s, which today you see quite ubiquitously, forget the word in. She used this creation to recognize a certain species, that a certain species makes its own shell, unlike the transferring nature of hermit crabs. Like hermit crabs use whatever shells they find. She was actually the first one to find out that a specific kind of a specific family of animals actually make their own shells. You will hear an homage to her and her invention as part of a campaign by the European Commission to get girls involved in science and encourage young women in scientific research careers. So I'll just explain what is about to play. So it's an orchestra, but it's only a human orchestra, as in people are only making sounds with their mouths, right? So just listen to everything carefully, and that should make the question very easy. I'll play that again, but I'll explain. I'll just want you to refocus on the fact that the invention that she had is quite ubiquitous, right? You would have all seen this, and yeah, ubiquitous. I'll just play it again. Focus on, of course, the. कहाँ गया? Just I'll go back. Okay, wait. Okay. Focus on after basically the 10-15 seconds, the sound effects which start from the orchestra itself. Guys can hear that, right?
You could hear it the first time, not
No.
this time.
I don't know what is happening. It's getting stuck. Just a sec. I'll stop, pause sharing, right? Just a sec.
Okay, I just had a query. I came in a bit late. What's the structure of this round?
It's like the first one, written.
Yeah, this is a sorry. This is a written round. I was just trying to get the PPT running. And you can send me on pounds again. Ishan, please don't send ek karke answers. Just playing it this for the last time, then we'll move on.
It sounds.
Right, so something to do with her and her invention, right? We'll move on to question number 2. Okay.
No.
So speciation refers to the evolutionary process by which populations evolve to become distinct. This renowned botanist famously tried to find the reason behind the variance in speciation of flora in the extremities of a geographical entity. Her explanation for the speciation was twofold. One extremity was cold and humid, and the other was cold and dry. The humid region was a key factor in encouraging speciation, and in addition, she reasoned that the confluence of Chinese and Malayan elements to the flora contributed to the speciation in the region as well. So what expanse did she study? If you're good with your botanists, your scientists, maybe you can identify her. No points for identifying her. We are only looking at the expanse or the geographical entity that she was studying. Look at the fact that one extremity is cold and humid, the other is cold and dry, and there is Chinese and Malayan elements to the flora on one of the sides, basically the humid side. Okay, we'll move on to question number 3 in the written round. So this scientist was interested in the work done by one Tony Jackman and wanted to enlist her services and to arrange for her to go to Africa for scientific studies. But his death in the 1970s put a rest to those plans, and adequate funding was not managed. So there are 2 parts, 5 and 5. What group would Tony Jackman become a part of? Right, I'll accept one of 2 alternate answers because this group is known as either of the 2. And what would have been the subject of our studies? So if you know the other people part of the group, take an educated guess on what Tony Jackman could have been studying, and of course Africa. Right, that was question 3. Question 4. So her mid-19th century work was path-breaking as it defined a phenomenon that we are currently bearing the brunt of. So what she did an experiment basically with an air pump, a couple of gas cylinders and other instruments. She discovered the effect of carbonic acid on the temperature inside the cylinder. This has led her to being known as the uncredited mother of dash dash. So I'm looking for the blanks for the first answer. When she wanted to present her findings in the American Association for Advancement of Science, She was denied due to her being a woman. She had to have her study editorialized by another member, and it was not presented in full. As a further blow, an Irishman by the first name John presented a paper with a similar premise a few years later, and is widely recognized as the father of the same two blanks. Basically, in I think she did her research 1 year, and 3 years later, John did his research on a similar premise. But of course, as the times go, she was never credited as being the mother of something that we are currently bearing the brunt of, all of us, all of humanity, and who is the basically the Irishman. Right. We'll move on to question 5. So, born in Madhya Pradesh in the 1910s, her father and her uncle studied as chemists and were an alumni of a famous Indian scientific organization. Not too many, so you can kind of figure that out. Following in the footsteps, she applied to be a research fellow, but was rejected by the then director on grounds of woman not being seen as proficient enough uh, to work on research. She held a non-violent dharna outside the director's office and persuaded him to reconsider his decision. Though he did cave in, though with a few conditions. She not just became the first woman to be taken in the establishment, but also became one of the first females to get a scientific doctorate in India, basically. She later went on to become the first female director of the said institute, right? Who is this biochemist and who was the then director? The second part should not be very tough to work out. The first part is slightly name calling, proper noun that we are looking for. Right. Okay, I'll stay on this for a bit. Right, moving on to last question of this round. So in the early 1900s, a German housewife wanted to remove the bitterness of a consumable and also to make it less grainy. And after many experiments, a stroke of inspiration struck her. She used a blotting paper from her son's notebook and it worked wonders. And later, she received a patent for this. So in May this year, the company she founded started producing an item much in demand. The transition of the production was much quicker than other companies due to the similar ergonomies of the products, basically similar size, similar fit of the products, which was perfect for this alternate use. And while the design remained the same, they had to change the material to a fiber-based ones which they use in vacuum cleaners. So what had she created, which is the first paragraph, and what products did they start producing this year because of just how similar their shapes are, and all they had to do was change the material and all of the production line was similar. There was not too much change that they had to do. Right. I'll do a quick run through. I'll not say anything. I'll read something. Go back, man. What is happening? Right. So this was the first question. Second. Third. Sorry, this is the second ka image. Third. Fourth. Fifth. And the last one. ओके या एक्सचेंज तो लिखा हुआ पहले से बना के रखा हुआ मैंने ये सब स्लाइड एक्सचेंज नहीं करने की ज़रूरत है अजीब हो जाएगा बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा स्पीड पोस्ट से भी ओके टीम 1 has sent me the answers team 4 has sent me the answers team 5 has sent me the answers team 6 have team 3 has 8 has okay I'll just see 1 2 is remaining 3 4 5 6 has 2 only remaining I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 नहीं somebody else no 2 please आप ही रह गए यार इतना क्या सबने भेज दिया okay everybody is done we can go to the answers Bhargav if you want to take a few answers please go ahead speak on the mic
No, I don't have any guesses for this one. No.
okay this is aquarium so you could see hear the bubbling there I'll play the video अब तो बहुत लेट हो ही गया है सबके लिए अगले क्विज में पहुंचने के लिए So the lady is called Jean Villepreux Parr. She invented the aquarium in 1832. Yeah, okay. So, okay, question 2.
No one is guessing. I'll say, is it the Himalayas?
Yes, correct. Yeah. These are the Himalayas. So speciation is more towards the northeast India side, basically, right? And lesser towards the Karakoram side. Question 3 was, I was hoping for people to get this. Okay, these are of course Leakey's angels, and they were specifically I was looking for bonobos and not primates because I said if you know the other people and what they study, take a guess on what other it could be. These are bonobos that she was about to start studying. Question 5 was climate science or climate change. I'll give points for similar answers and John Tyndall. Question 5 was, second part was of course C.V. Raman. The first part is Kamala Sohoni, somebody that not many of us would know. Right. Question 6 is of course coffee filters and face masks. So they created coffee filters and they started creating masks because of the similar sizes. I'll tell you the points. Team 1 has 1, 10, 25, 30. Wait. Machine, right? 35. Team 1 has 35.
Okay.
Bhargav,
yeah, 35 to team 1. Yeah.
Team 4 has 10.
10 points to team 2.
No,
Sorry,
team 4. Team 4
right.
has
My
10.
bad.
Yes. Team 5 has 10. Sorry, yeah, 10. Team 5 has 10.
Yeah.
Team 6 has 25.
25 to team 6.
Yeah. Team 3 has 10. So close. 10, 15.
Okay.
15. Team 3 has 15.
Yeah.
Team 8 has 5 points.
Yeah.
Team 2 has Nice. 10, 20, 25, 30, 40. They have 40 points. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. आप scoring करके रखना. तीन question before the quiz. We'll do another score check, final score check, and then we can move on. Right? Abhi we'll just move on.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Anti-clockwise, starting with team 8. Moving anti-clockwise. Okay. Right. So in the late 1990s, this eminent Indian scientific institute came under attack from hackers based in the US, UK, and other countries. The reasoning behind this attack was political, with the group in question doing this for their anti-war stance, and India making the news for a similar reason at the time. So you can work out the institution that we are looking for from the first paragraph. While the hackers bypassed firewalls with ease and said to have downloaded and erased thousands of email in less than quarter of an hour, sources inside the institution were quite confident that there was no possible way for them to achieve this. So why was it not possible at the time for the hackers to have committed the destruction they claim to have done? For the first part, it's very workable, and for the second part, just take the most obvious guess. Look at the timeline and look at why they say it would not have been possible for them to have done that.
This is pounds, right?
Yeah, it's on the pounds. You can pounce.
And it's our direct.
Team 8's direct.
Team 8. Yes, yes. Okay.
Okay, team 1 has pounced. Team 4 has also pounced. Okay, different answers. Right. A closing pounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, teammate, you're direct. Just a sec, teammate. Okay, I'll accept team 2's answers because just in the nick of time you have got it, given it. Team 8.
Okay, we'll say that the institution being talked about is the DRDO.
Okay.
And the reason why they said that it was not possible was because they had no emails, they had no sort of online facility at that point. They were working with hard copies.
Okay, understood. Team 6.
The institution would be DRDO for us too, and I'm unable to guess the reason.
Okay, team 5.
Yeah, we are guessing that the institution is the Indian Atomic Energy Commission, and the reason why they said that it was not possible was that they did not have any emails.
Okay, team 4 response 3.
So we'll say it's DRDO, and the second part we'll say that maybe they had like a power cut at the time, so like none of their servers or anything were online.
Okay, not quite. Nobody gets either of the parts on the pounds. One team did get one part on the pounds, but the other they didn't. Because of the Pokhran test, this is the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. So all of the atomic research that was going on. And all they said was that the research institution at the time were running on ERNet, which was, of course, too slow to have any kind of hacking abilities and all of that, yeah, all that jazz. Sadly, a -5 to team 1, 2, and 4. Team 1 even said bark, but they didn't get the second part right.
-5 to teams 1, 2, and 4.
4. Maybe this is a question for an offline quiz more than an online quiz.
Well, the research institutes still run on ERNet, so
they still do, yeah, of course. Yeah. But
next
yeah.
question.
Pardon? Yeah, we move on to the next question. Direct to team 8 again. While there have been many possible solutions proposed for this problematic environmental demand, a biotech firm in 2016 came up with a possible 3D printed version of the item. The company had produced a dried powder that they could produce at close to $3,400 per pound, which is an eighth of the price of the actual item. So you can kind of guess how costly that the actual item is, hoping to curb the demand for the authentic one. This would help with the market in Asia also, where they are not just used in conventional medicine, but also gifted as a status symbol. So what are they trying to produce? The 3D printed version of. The images would be very big clues. Look at what these are. Look at them carefully. On the left is something, basically the material that they are producing it in. And on the right is the item placed close to the laptop is the kind of shape that they are looking to finally place it in, basically. Yeah. So this is again, the text. 1 and 3 have bounced. Right. Final 5 seconds. Right. Pounds closing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 8. Again, you're direct. 1, 2, 3, 4 have bounced. Team 8, you're direct.
Yeah. We'll say that they are trying to create a 3D printed version of rhinoceros horns.
That is the correct answer. So these are rhino horns, which are as costly, if not more costly as gold. Scorers: team 1 plus 10, team 2 plus 10, team 3 plus 10. But team 4 said elephant tusks close, but -5 to them.
Can you repeat the scores?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 and 8 get plus 10.
Yeah.
Team 4 get -5.
Okay, got it.
Right. We'll move on to the next question. So one of the most endearing, this is a direct to team 6 now. One of the most endearing competitive rivalries in science, the Bone Wars of the 19th century, was used to describe the frenzied enmity between eminent American paleontologists Othniel Marsh and Edward Cope. In a prolonged bid to outsmart the other, they made multiple mistakes during the exploration, like Marsh assigning a Triceratops skull as a bison due to his partial examination. In spite of this, they managed to discover and name over a 225 new genus and species of dinosaurs. The discovery of fossils were also aided by a considerable engineering undertaking in the latter half of the 19th century, which required blasting through mountains of granite and brought to light an immeasurable amount of fossils. So what was the undertaking? This is a very direct question, so I'm looking for a specific answer. Latter half of the 19th century in the Americas, blasting through mountains of granites. One and 3 have bounced. Pounds closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 6.
Was it laser surface blasting the blasting the granite using laser?
No, basically I'm looking for what basically what was happening in the late 19th century.
Okay, I'll pass.
Okay, team 5.
Is it the Suez Canal?
Okay, team 4.
Is it the gold rush?
Is what team 3 said and got it wrong. Team 2.
The Panama Canal.
is what team 1 said and got it wrong. Team 8?
Was it to make tunnels across mountains?
For what purpose though? As in, there
To
are
make
mountains on
roads, like for the creation of roads and connecting different cities.
Okay, I'll go to the answer. So this was not roads, but railways. This was the first transcontinental railroad. So they did a lot of blasting at that point in time. No points to sorry, negatives to 1 and 3, right, Bhargav, and nothing to anybody else.
All right.
1 and 3 get -5. Right, and we'll move to the next question, direct to team 6. In Brian's 2004 book, I'm not given the last name, he talks about an arrangement from the 1870s. A 120 feet track was set up inside a shed with a black clothing backdrop on the opposite side, on which there were grids created with a white string of 50 centimeter squares, subdivided into 5 centimeter sections. This backdrop was well suited to lighter skin tones, and the grid itself was instrumental in much clearer measurements of movements and positions than ever before. So basically, what arrangement is he talking about? Basically, the book is about a certain... Oh, Adish left and... Okay. Adish, did you see this question? Okay, no worries. So the book is basically about this individual, and inside that he's talking about this certain arrangement from the 1870s. Look at the fact that it says there's a black clothing backdrop and it had small squares, right? So basically there's certain measurements that are trying to be made. The backdrop was well suited to lighter skin tones, and the grid itself was instrumental in much clearer measurements of movements and positions than ever before. The line itself is very important. Much clearer measurements of movements and positions than ever before, right? I have not seen a pounce yet. Okay.
इतने नेक्स्ट देगा तो कौन पाउंस करेगा?
इतने नेक्स्ट लोगे तो पाउंस करना चाहिए ना, और बचाने के लिए खुद को. Okay. Team 6. It's a direct to team 6. Pounds closing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 6, yeah.
Pass.
Okay. Team 5.
Is it something related to fingerprints?
Nothing to do with fingerprints. Team 4.
I'll pass.
Team 3. Adish, I think Adil is with him, no?
No, I'm with Gurkira. So this is
So what was essentially created was that there was an astronomer, there was a telescope, and the position of the stars were projected using the telescope onto this grid-like structure, black grid-like structure mentioned. And using this grid-like structure, the position of the stars was measured.
Okay. No, team 2.
Okay.
We'll say Edward Muybridge's experiments
is the perfect answer. So this was Edward Muybridge's The Horse in Motion. So as you can see in the background here, so that is basically the arrangement that he's talking about. So the book is by Brian Clegg. So it talks about Muybridge's life, and it's called The Man Who Stopped Time. Plus 10 to team 2, and nothing to anybody else.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Question 5 is a direct to team 1. Right. So The Hedgehog and the Fox is a popular essay written by philosopher Isaiah Berlin. Written in the 1930s, the essay views writers and thinkers as divided into two groups: hedgehogs, who view the world through a single idea or concept, and foxes, who draw on a variety of experience and do not rely on a single idea. So, in a recent football podcast, famous tactician Jonathan Wilson uses this comparison to highlight the one-dimensional football Manchester United find themselves stuck with. He refers to them as hedgehogs and then says that when the last time a football team equivalent of a hedgehog won a major tournament. However, he immediately followed up saying, in light of recent history, this might not have been the best comparison to make. So why was this comparison ironic? So look at the fact that he's saying he refers to them as hedgehogs, one-dimensional teams, and then says, when was the last time a football team equivalent of a hedgehog won a major tournament? But then this is ironic. So why was this comparison ironic?
Can you give any more specific answer to recent?
In the last decade is all I'll say. One team has pounced. Team 2 has pounced basically. We will now close pounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 1, you're direct.
Okay, so we will say France winning the last FIFA World Cup.
Okay. Team 8. Team 8.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll say maybe the comparison was to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay. Team 6.
Pass.
Okay. Team 5.
Pass.
Okay. Team 4.
We'll say this is.
Wait.
Oh,
Team
sorry.
4, not 3. Yeah, Adish. Yeah.
I'm going to guess Leicester winning the Premier League.
No, the question is, how is the comparison ironic?
Then.
Okay. Team 3. You're on mute, Adish.
Yeah. We'll say that this is a comparison to Spain winning the World Cup in 2010.
And ironic how?
Because of their play style, like tiki taka or whatever it's called, people say it's very one-dimensional.
Okay. No, 2 pounced and got it right. So this is one of those questions where I'm masquerading a gen question in a SciTech quiz. So this is actually Leicester winning the Premier League, as Team 4 said, but I asked them to kind of improve on that answer. But they are nicknamed the Fox, which is why the comparison is ironic. Team 2 gets the full 10 points. I will give Team 4 plus 5 because nobody else said anything on the pass, right? Bhargav got that?
Yeah, so plus 10 to Team 2 and plus 5 to Team 4, right? No points to anyone else.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And the next question will be direct to Team 3 because they got 5 points. Team 4 got 5 points. Okay. Somehow another Manchester related question. So the focus of this Manchester based company was to tackle the gargantuan issue of access to clean drinking water that faces humanity. After years of research, they were finally able to create a machine that purifies water with vapor distillation in a way that requires very little electricity, making it ideal for remote areas. When it came to naming the machine, the company chose the name of a weapon that was similarly instrumental in the defeat of a much more powerful foe. What is the one-word name of this machine? So a weapon that was similarly used in the defeat of a much more powerful foe. Team 8 has pounced. Team 6 and 1 has also pounced. Have. Okay. 8, 6, 1 and 2 have pounced, and I will now close pounce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Direct to team 3.
We'll say this is slingshot, like from the slingshot that David used to kill Goliath.
Absolutely. So this is called slingshot from David's slingshot. So plus 10 to 1, 2, 3, 6 and 8.
So 1, 2, 3, 6 and 8. Okay.
Yes, plus 10 to all of them. Okay. Question 7, direct to team 2. Even though he had an early passion for the arts, when he realized he couldn't be a successful artist, the Spaniard used his meticulous sketching skills to make precise records of what he saw under the lens, and his tree-like drawings became crucial to a branch of science he is today considered the father of. In the last quarter of the 19th century, he learnt of a cell staining method using certain potassium and silver compounds from a fellow Italian scientist, and this gave him the opportunity to further his research. Within 20 years of this incident, they shared a Nobel Prize, even though rather strangely, his independent, as in the Spaniard's independent theory, discredited his fellow Italian winner's single network theory. So who are these two scientists? Okay, yeah. How do I make this easier? So look at the fact. Okay, somebody has pounced, so I'll not say anything. Okay.
अरे टाइपो हो गया था वो.
Yeah, that's okay. That's no problem. Okay. I will now close pounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 2, you're direct. Sashwat Piyush.
Yeah, just 1 second. Gram for the second part, and Caravaggio.
Okay. Teammate. Your teammate, please.
Yeah. We'll say George Mendel for the first one. No idea about the second.
Okay. Team 6.
Pass.
Okay. Team 5.
Pass.
4.
I'll pass.
3. इस स्पीड पे रॉकेट लॉन्च हो जाएगा.
Yeah, for For the Spaniard, we'll say puff and say gram. And for the Italian, we'll say, I'm forgetting his first name, Golgi. Basically, the person who the Golgi apparatus who made that.
Okay. Team 2, it was your direct, right? Okay. So everybody is done. Team 1 had pounced. So team 3 gets 5 points for Golgi. So the other is Santiago Ramon e Cajal. So they actually shared the Nobel Prize. And so in an offline quiz, I would have given the images, would have given a bigger hint. But so they won it for their recognition on the work of the structure of the nervous system. So he is considered the father of neurology, or if I'm correct.
Neuroscience, not neurology.
Neuroscience, yeah. Plus 10 to team 1 and plus 5 to team 3. Again, a direct to team 2. And this would be considered your first direct because team 3 has got 5 points. Right. Question 8. So in the late 2000s, when this design studio was approached to create a playful mobile-based experience for this famous European museum, they came up with an innovation idea for the app with a powerful search algorithm using the recently popularized feature of the phone's location data and other common information like the time of day, date, and weather. The algorithm would suggest a piece of artwork from the museum's archive that would be most appropriate to the user's surroundings. The name of the app is a reference to both the fact that the user would not know what was going to happen in the app and the name of the museum itself. I'm looking for a 3-word answer, one of which is the name of the museum itself. Look at everything that is going on, that you would not know what artwork might be suggested to you as per your surroundings. So
You said one word is just the.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
You said one word is just the museum name.
Yes, one of the 3 words is just the museum name. Nobody is pounced as of now. Bhargav, have the scores ready, please. After this question, we'll look at those.
Yeah, sure.
Right, this is a direct to team 2. I will close pounce. I have not seen anybody pouncing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pounce closed. Yeah, team 2. You're direct. Team 2 is still discussing, guys. Come on. Team 2 have to move on, I think. Long enough. Come on.
With a twist of Tate.
Okay. Team 1. You're on mute, team 1.
Ouvre in the Louvre.
That's 4 words, but okay. Team 8.
The Louvre surprise.
Okay. Team 6.
Wheel pass.
Okay. Team 5.
Is it for the Guggenheim Museum?
It isn't, so we'll move on. Team 4.
I'll pass.
Team 3.
So we'll say that it's like some pun on the phrase running the risk, with like risk being RIJKS, like the Rijksmuseum.
Nice, but okay. What if, okay, no, for no points, what if I tell you this is, so the 3 words is a device name which the name of the museum is put into, as in the pun basically. Something which you would not know what was going to appear in this. Okay, so this is called the
Jack in the
Magic
Box.
Box.
Tate ball. Magic Tate ball from Magic 8 Ball. Right. Okay. And we will take a final look at the scores before we
Yeah.
have the last
So
3 questions.
no points to anyone on this one, right?
Yeah, nobody gets anything.
Yeah. So we have I'll put it in the chat, but we have team 1 at leading with 140 points, team 2 closely following at 135, team 3 at 100 points, team 4 at 20 points, team 5 at 10 points, team 6 at 35 points, and team 8 at 35 points as well. Let me know if there are any discrepancies. And I put that in the chat as well. So you guys are updated with the current scores.
Right. Close fight for the first. And if somebody is foolish enough for, as in team 3 can also win. Right. We'll move on to the final 3 questions. This is again a direct to team 2 because this would be a second direct. So being one of the highest point in many towns, they are used to advertise local tourism and sometimes even warning signs. One of the most common forms these public utility constructions take is a mushroom shape that is like a funnel. The original one with this design was found in Sweden in the 1950s, and many subsequent copies have been built around the world, most famously in a series of 30 plus of them in a Middle Eastern country. The V shape is structurally more efficient than the traditional flat bottom one with vertical walls in a regular design, as it carries load inside it uniformly, varying from maximum to the at the bottom to zero at the top, as opposed to maximum pressure throughout the bottom slab in the regular one. So what commonplace public utility constructions are these? I'm looking for a very simple answer. 2 words again. Right, I'll close pounds now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only team 1 has pounds. This is a direct to team 2. Yeah.
We'll say water tanks.
Water tanks or water towers will get you full points. Team 1 and 2 both get plus 10. So in Kuwait City, you would see these this series of 30 water towers. And of course, on the right is the conventional. This is in India, somewhere in India. Okay, the next question is a direct to team 1. Question 10, second last question of the quiz. So aspect ratios have been a rather fascinating aspect of filmmaking, with filmmakers experimenting to imbibe a different sense of time or gravity. The first films had an aspect ratio of 4:3, which was the norm for most movies then. However, in 1927, a system called polyvision was developed, which boasted an aspect ratio of 4:1. So how did Polyvision achieve this aspect ratio, that is 5 points? Unfortunately, the method of achieving this aspect ratio had some gaps which ruined the cinematic experience. In 1952, a similar system called Cinerama was developed. Cinerama also boasted an aspect ratio of 4:1, but the experience as a whole was much smoother and better than Polyvision. So what change did Cinerama introduce over Polyvision basically for the other 5 points? Okay. Have I received? I have not received a pounce. Just try to figure out how Polyvision could have achieved that kind of an aspect ratio, right? And a change was introduced because Polyvision Wala was not doing that well. What change did Cinerama introduce to that? Right, I will close pounds in 5, 4, 3, 2. Just a second, just a sec. Ishan, again, you have given me only half an answer. Pounds is closed. Only Ishan, please again improve your answer. This is only one part of the answer. I'll have to give you an egg. I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, no. Team 1, you're direct.
So basically, Polyvision essentially had like 3 4:3 screens, and they like kind of put them together. So you make one 4:1 screen by having like 4:3 multiplied by 3 is 4:1. And there was obviously gaps in between wherever the screens were discontinuous. And so inside Cinerama made one absolutely single massive screen to get the same result of 4:1.
Okay, moving to team number 8. Team 8.
We'll say that it was to do with the size of the reels, like the reels of the 4:3 television were like wider and the Cinerama reels were longer in comparison.
Okay. Okay, moving to team 6.
So one of the answers would be same as 4:3 three times. That
Okay.
would make it 4:1.
Sorry, team 6 you had pounced. Okay, sorry. Team 5.
Yeah, we're guessing that they must have covered some part of the lens of the 4:3 aspect ratio. So they in that way they got 4:1, and for Cinerama introduced a continuous 4:1 screen.
Continuous as in, okay, no gaps in the middle as in.
Yeah.
Okay. Team 4.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. Like, while like capturing the like a film, so the Polyvision they blacked out some parts, making it 4:1, and these Cinerama must have developed a film with such an aspect ratio so that the output is directly in the ratio of 4:1.
Okay. Team 3.
Yeah, we'll pass.
Okay. Team 2. Team 2, it has passed to you.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. We'll say that basically in one first one they shot the film and then they cut the film to the aspect ratio, and in the second one they used a new like they pre-cut it or something. Basically they made the aspect ratio 4:1 first and then filmed on it.
Okay, okay. And for the second part, could you just repeat what you said?
Similar things, but in the first one they cut it, and in the second one they made a custom sized.
Okay, okay. So this was a direct to team 1. So Polyvision was of course 3 screens side to side, but Cinerama was just a curved projection, and it was, as in you had it, the concept right, that it was just a continuous screen. So in the Polyvision one on the left, you can see the lines of 3 different screens coming together, but Cinerama just put in a curved screen for a better visual experience. Basically, I'll give 5 points to team 1, and yeah, that is all. Bhargav? Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
We'll move on to the final question. Oh yeah, so no, please don't give me any bouquets. I know, only big bats. And please follow whose question is this. Good time to plug. All time is good time to plug. Last question is a direct to team 8, right? So the director of modeling and simulation at PNG in April in the mid 2000s, gave a talk at the High Performance Computing and Communication Conference, showcasing the use of supercomputers in a bid to outdo other competitors in the R&D department. So today, the product that he's specifically talking about is actually owned by another corporation. The presentation focused on the aerodynamics of the product in their portfolio, along with the well-known tracking efficiency. The importance of controlling the aerodynamics of the product is to ensure that it does not fly away from the conveyor line because they are produced so rapidly. What product was the subject of the director's talk? So look at the fact that along with the well-known packing efficiency that this formerly P&G product has, they had to control its aerodynamics, and they had to use supercomputers for that to ensure that it does not fly away from the conveyor line, basically the production line, because they are produced so rapidly. Team 3 has pounced. Forget P&G and all of that things, I suppose. Don't think it on the business lines. Think of the fact, think of a product which is known for its packing efficiency generally. And of course, if it's something which could fly away, so it's think of the size that it could have, because it's something that it could fly away because of all of that. Team 1 has also pounced. Okay, yeah, Team 8's direct, yeah, okay.
Is it our direct?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've not closed pounds yet.
Oh, sorry.
1, 3, and 6 have pounced. I will now close pounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 8, you're direct, please.
Is it bubble wrap?
Not bubble wrap. Team 6 has pounced. 5.
Is it the Tide Pods?
Tide Pods. Okay. Team 4.
I'll guess because of packing efficiency, I'll say Pringles.
Pringles is the right answer. So they had to bring in a supercomputer to not let it fly away and have it under control. So that brings us to the end of our i.Fest quiz. We'll take a look at the scores for the winners and things like that.
Can you let me know the scores and the
Yeah,
last question?
sorry. Yeah, of course. For this question, we have Team 1, Team 3, Team 4, and Team 6 getting plus 10.
Okay.
Yes, and you can calculate the final results.
So I'll just speak out the results. Team 1 wins the quiz with 165 points. Team 2 second at 145 points. Team 3 third at 110 points. And yeah, the rest of the teams are well, pretty close by, but a bit far away. Won't go into the scores right now. But yeah, kudos guys. Thank you for being here, being such amazing participants. And thanks, Abhinav. That was a fantastic quiz. Yeah.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you for sticking along for so long. You missed the prelims of the other quiz, but yeah, I suppose that's how it goes.
कोई ना partner संभाल रहा था.
Oh, nice. अलग-अलग partner रख दिए, ये सही है, smart.
Great quiz. Thanks for it.
Thank you. Thank you all. Is there anything else? I think Bhargav will contact you, the winners, if there are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll